At some point in your relationship, your marriage, your divorce, with your kids, you're going to have to take charge.
All right, guys, let's get this thing kicked off. Before we get started, y'all know what I got to do. Shout out to the free crowd that's free from heartache, heartbreak, and heart manipulation. Stand up and give yourself a big round of applause. Pat yourself on the back, man, and be thankful that you're free from a woman having emotional control over you. Listen, guys, never claim a child before you get a DNA test done and the results is in. Listen at me close. Never claim a child, never put your name on a birth certificate until the DNA test is done and the results is in, guys, by a professional. Not go down to the corner store, to the drug store, get a test from down there. I ain't talking bad about them tests, but you get a test done. Get recommendations for the best lab work you can get done, or the best lab to do the test, and you get the test done, guys. Check that child and make sure that child is yours. In other words, check him up. Check him up, guys. Make sure that you know for sure that you're not paying for some other guy's child. I don't care if you married. I don't care if that's your girlfriend. I don't care if that's your friend or it's a one-night stand, guys. Check him up. Check him up. Now, guys, if you get in a relationship or if you about to get married, let it be known from the get-go that, listen, if you come up pregnant, then we're going to have to get a DNA test done. I'm going to have to check him up. And I mean, you can frame it the way you want to frame it, guys. You can say, well, babe, I don't want people talking. You know how things get, man. People sometimes can say stuff or whatever. I want to make sure that there's no questions. I mean, it's going to protect you and protect me. Because I don't want people thinking this about you when you ain't, when you're not doing. And of course you're going to come. I don't care what people say. You just don't trust me. You bringing that old stuff from your old relationships into the new relationship. All that old foolishness. Guys, I don't care what she say. Check him up. Because if she ain't got no problem, if she ain't doing nothing, or she knows she ain't gonna do nothing that she ain't got no business doing, then she ain't got nothing to worry about. But don't you put your name on that birth certificate. Because if you do, guys, there's no guarantee that after you put your name on that birth certificate and start taking care of that child, that you go into court and come to find out that child ain't none of yours, guys, it ain't no guarantee that the judge gonna overturn that. It ain't no guarantee that the judge gonna overturn it. So you can jump out there and be stupid if you want to, or act a fool if you want to. But you might be on the hook for a child that's not even yours, another man's child. And it's not honorable. It's never honorable to raise another man's child, guys. It's not honorable. The woman might think it's honorable at the moment while she's there talking to you. She might fill her head up with her own thoughts about how good of a man you are for stepping up and taking care of her child, or help taking care of her child when the father don't want to be with the child. The father is deceased. The father is a deadbeat. Yeah, she might think it's honorable then, but next week, she ain't gonna think that's honorable. She gonna look at you like a sucker. And I'm gonna tell you this much: your family ain't gonna think it's honorable. Your family not gonna think it's honorable. Now, they might not want to hurt your feelings. Your friend, your peers might not want to hurt your feelings. Your friends, your sister, your brother, they might not want to hurt your feelings, but ain't nobody finna honor you for taking care of another man's child. Because, listen, the guy is off the hook. He ain't got to worry about the child. He off the hook. Maybe he might be paying some child support, but still, if he ain't with the kid every day, you got to do the day-to-day duties of the kid. You got to do the day-to-day operations with the kid. And that's his responsibility. And she gonna try to blow your head up about, well, you such a good man for stepping up. You such a good now. What I'm doing is masking your mistakes. It's masking that you don't know how to pick a good man or pick the right man. Your choice of men were obviously bad, unless the guy deceased. Now, I will give you that. Your choice of men is obviously bad, because that's why you're a single mother. That might not be the only reason, but it plays a part of why you're a single mother, because you simply picked the wrong person. Now I gotta come in and mask it. Now I gotta come in and try to help make up for your mistakes. Try to help make up for your mistakes. And guys, when you don't get a DNA test, and then there's some foolishness start going on, maybe some flirting going on with other men, maybe she started to, cause the disrespect is gonna come automatically if you start being a stepfather anyway. But most of the time, 90% of the time, there's always an exception to the rule. Guys, when things like that start happening, maybe you start getting suspicious. If you don't have no DNA test, guys, you're gonna start looking at that kid side-eyed. Is that kid really mine? And that's gonna raise some doubt. That's gonna raise some doubt in your mind. And do you really wanna live like that? Do you really, really, really wanna live like that, guys? Full of doubt. And then you paying for a kid. How will a woman view you? She gonna view you from a weaker position. Because, look guys, all y'all like to talk about being entrepreneurs and being a big time boss, this, boss that, boss this. Most successful men don't take care of other men's children. Why? Because they got more options. They could just find a woman that look just as good as the one that you got your eye on with kids. He can find her with no kids. He can go out and find a woman with no kids, a beautiful woman with no kids that he's attracted to. So most successful guys don't pick or choose to be with women with children. That's just how it goes. In general. Now there's always exception to the rule, and we know that. So why? So guys, I'm not saying that you can't ever be with a woman with children. But let me tell you something else. Let me tell you this. Don't never think for 1 minute you're doing something honorable. It's not honorable. Okay, you helping the kid out. He has a father figure in his life or whatever. Guys, I've seen this so many times that a woman will get with a guy, bring a child into the she come in the relationship with the child, and they get married, or they just be together for 10, 15 years. When the child get of age, she come up talking about, oh, we would want to leave you, and want to leave the guy, talking about they not equally yoked. They not on the same level. And this kind of talk, guys, a lot of times don't come up until the child is grown. God, in other words, you done put in all the work, you done spent all the time, all that money, and here she come with that foolishness talking about, oh, we not equally yoked. I think we should go our different ways. We not on the same level. All that crazy, all that foolishness. It happens all the time, guys. So why put yourself in a position like that? Because she's going to look at you as a weaker vessel. Why? Because she figures you must don't have any other option except for her. Or you don't have a better option than her. I ain't gonna say any other option. I'll just say she feels like you don't have a better option than her. That's why you're willing to accept it. Now, they might not say that, and a lot of the women might argue with me about that, but deep down inside, she knows. That's how she really feels. Majority of the time. Shout out to the free crowd, guys. Man, I want y'all to like and subscribe, man. Hit that like button, man. That helped me out a whole lot. Guys, y'all know what I tell y'all all the time, man. Stay ready.